Karl here. This is lesson 16 in my course on guitar chords and how to use them, located here at guitaru.com, the best free guitar school anywhere. This is the 5th video in my series of videos discussing the universal CAGED system as it applies to major chords. And in this video, we'll be wrapping up our discussion of major chords. So far, I've established a very clear set of procedures and protocols for dealing with major chords in the CAGED system, or what I like to call 5-position thinking. We're approaching this system logically and reasonably, systematically, using the circle of fifths as our practicing guide to make sure we play in all 12 keys. In the previous lesson, we began studying the keys of F and B flat, also called the flat keys because they have flatted notes in their key signatures. Let's quickly review what your practicing should look like in these two keys. So here I am playing in the key of F in the 5 connected shapes of the CAGED system, and next we'll quickly transition to the key of B flat. Of course, in order to do that, the first thing I want to do is identify all of my chord tones in the key of F, all of my root notes in the key of F, and finally the most important root notes in the CAGED system of chord finding in the key of F, which are the root 6 and root 5 notes located here on frets 1 and fret 8 respectively. The root 4 note, which is related to the root 6 note on fret 1, is here, fret 3 of string 4. And if you remember this animation from the previous lesson, I always find that root note, the root 4 note, in relation to the most important root note appearing here on string 6, as being similar to the way that the knight moves on the chessboard, over 2 and up 2, over 2 and up 2. And of course the root note on fret 13 of string 6 is quite important. And these outline my points of reasoning, my points of thinking and playing in the key of F, the root notes on string 6, 5, and 4. So again, this video portion of me playing the chords in the key of F is just a good way for you to gauge your progress. If you can keep up with this and comprehend everything I'm doing in real time, you understand the lessons. If not, just return to the course material, which I hope you're printing and saving. Okay, so in the key of F, your practicing should look something like this. E-type, D-type, C-type, A-type, G-type, full circle 1 octave, descending, E-type, G-type, A-type, C-type, D-type, and finally back home. That's what it should look like in the key of F. Now, just as you would do in real life, in your personal and private practicing regimen, just jump right to the key of B flat, thinking and playing in all 12 keys and transposing as quickly as possible. So here's our process. Find all the notes in the B flat triad as they appear on the neck of the guitar. Next, of course, we identify all of the B flat root notes. And as you can see, I have once again done that with those nice little red buttons. Then we make a special mental note of the most important root notes in the key of B flat, which are the root notes on string 6, located here on fret 6, and the root note on string 5, located here on fret 1. That root note also appears 1 octave higher on fret 13. And finally, the root note appearing on string 4, which we always think of as being related to this B flat root note, arguably the most important root note on fret 6 of string 6. And once again, let's take a look at that nice little cartoon of moving over 2 and up 2. And that's how you find an octave, and that's how you find your root note on string 4. Always relate it to arguably the most important root note. Okay, so as a review and a reference, let's see if you can comprehend and understand what I'm doing here. I'm going to play the 5 shapes in the key of B flat briskly, starting with my A type, my G type, my E type, my D type, my C type, my A type. I've gone full circle 1 octave. I'm going to descend A type, C type, D type, E type, G type, and back home again. That's what it should look like in the key of B flat. Our purpose here is to study the rest of the flat keys, all of the keys to the left of C on the circle of fifths. E flat, A flat, D flat, and G flat. To make sure you have a firm grasp on the system, let's play the 5 connected shapes in the key of E flat together. So now we will get to the first new key, the key we haven't done before in the course, and that is the key of E flat major. First thing, all of the E flat chord tones. Second thing, highlight all of the E flat root notes with these nice little red buttons. And my third step is to think of the most important root notes in the key of E flat. And that would be the one on string 5, fret 6, the lowest pitched E flat on the guitar, the root note on string 6, fret 11, and the octave of that root note, which is quite important, and that appears here. And remember, over 2 and up 2, over 2 and up 2. And that root 4 E flat note also appears all the way down here on fret 1. Okay, so let's take our time and go through the 5 shapes in the key of E flat. The first one, the lowest pitched one in the series of 5 chords in the universal CAGED system, is right here, the D type. Next to the C type, A type, G type, E type, and finally full circle 1 octave, which sounds really nice up there. And descending, there's my D type, E type, G type, A type, C type, and once again, back home. That's what it should look like in the key of E flat. You may be thinking this material is progressing quickly or moving too fast. If so, you simply need to review the diagram slowly and concisely in your practice space. Hopefully you're printing and saving everything that comes with this course. Video portions of these lessons is just to make sure you know what's going on and to see me do it, to see what the execution looks like. You should be able to comprehend everything I'm doing in real time. If you can't, simply return to the course material and study the diagram slowly. For example, I just played the 5 shapes in the key of E flat. That may have been intimidating and confusing if you had never seen it before, or if you had never done it before. But when studying your printed material, which I highly recommend you print and save everything with this course, the key of E flat will quickly become as easy as any other key. This is Karl. Thanks for checking out my stuff. I deeply appreciate your time. I love to hear your feedback, and I hope you're enjoying my course, located at guitaru.com, the world's best free guitar school. I'll see you next time.